My name is Georgia from Bien Australia. I'm a pelvic floor physiotherapist, and these are our Bien Vaginal Dilator range. So as you can see, there's 8 sizes that both increase in length and also in width, so how much circumference they have. Our smallest one is the size of a pinky finger or of a tampon, and would be most suitable for people who struggle to use tampons without pain or who've never been able to achieve penetration at all. They're quite flexible, but they're also firm enough to do the job that they were intended to do, which is to help stretch the vaginal canal or the rectal canal and the pelvic floor. So a little bit of bend to them. They're super silky smooth, and as you can see, they've got a nice rounded tip, which allows for ease of insertion. They're also tapered, so they're narrower at the top than they are at the bottom, which again, when we're trying to stretch the pelvic floor, just eases the pelvic floor into that stretch even more. So that would be our size 1. They then just gradually increase, as you can see, in both length and width, with the average penis or penetrating object in Australia being about a size 6. So when we are prescribing dilators, we normally say choose one size lower than what you can currently do. So let's say you're having intercourse with somebody and you're getting pain and they're around about this size, but you can achieve penetration. You might start at a 4 or a 5, which would then allow the body and the brain to learn that something smaller that is penetrating is safe and is pain-free, and then you would work up to at least one size bigger than what your aim or what your goal is. So if your goal is, say, this size, you would then aim to get to a size 7 so that your brain and your body know, okay, I can definitely tolerate this size, it's pain-free, I know that there's the stretch and the range available, and so that would end up being the goal. Likewise, if you're trying to achieve penetration, if penetration is quite painful, if you can't insert a finger pain-free, you can't have intercourse with your partner at all, or you can, but it's like a real struggle, it feels really tight, it almost feels like the vagina is shut, you would probably be starting with a small set and our smallest dilator, which, like I said, is the size of the pinky. You might then work up to a size 4, but then need to go to maybe a size 6 or even maybe a size 7, depending on your partner or what your goals are. So you always want to go at least one size smaller and then aiming one size bigger than whatever your goals are. When you get to the bigger sizes, or when you get back and closer to that goal, and you know, for some people, the goal might not be intercourse, it might be literally just to use a tampon. So you might just be looking at getting to a size 3 or a size 4. But if your goal is to get back to something like intercourse, then when you get to the bigger sizes and you're starting to think about that transition back to intercourse, we recommend doing it functionally. So when we do it functionally, we're talking about not just lying on your back, we might be straddling a pillow, we might be sitting on a chair, we might be doing different movements with our hips, so that we're mimicking a return to intercourse. And so that is why the base of our dilators is flat, so that you can insert it into the vaginal canal and actually sit on them. You can do it functionally in a straddling position without having a hook or, you know, a handle or anything like that in your way. But they're broad enough that you can still use that to direct the dilator whilst you're using it. But that is why they have the flat base, so that the functional return to things can be really easy, and it's actually, it makes sense. You wouldn't just be having, I mean, maybe you are, but you're not always having intercourse lying flat on your back, so you want the pelvic floor and you want your training to mimic whatever your goal and your return is. So that is our size, our set rather, of 8 progressive dilators. They're made of medical grade silicone. We've got this beautiful silky finish on the outside so that they're not sticky, and when you're using a beautiful water-based intimate gel like our Bien intimate gel, they make them really silky and smooth. So again, from a brain point of view, you know that there's no friction and that there's no discomfort coming from the product or from the friction of that itself, and so your body can relax a little bit easier into it. So those are our dilators. You can learn more about how to use them, you can learn more about how to size or choose them if you need more detail than that. I'll put a bunch of links in the description box below, and if you have any further questions, please let us know. We are here to support you every step of the way. We've got real-time videos about how to go from no penetration at all to pain-free penetration. We've got videos about how to release through the back door, through the front door, all of those things. So if you need us, drop us a comment below. Otherwise, check out all the resources on our website at bien.com.au, and I'll talk to you soon.